going on, guys? So it's 2021. This is kind of like the kickoff video for the year. Just got some different things I want to talk about, some different video ideas we got coming up, different baits and stuff that I like to use during the year, some different techniques. I'm going to kind of show some of the stuff that I really rely on during the year at the places we fish. But first I want to start off by saying thank you for the support this year. Man, we've grown quite a bit in 1 year. I think we're at 358 subscribers on YouTube. I think we're at a little over 3,000 followers on Instagram and over 4,000 on Facebook. And we're averaging about 1,000 to 1.1 thousand views on Facebook when I post on there. So I appreciate that. It's awesome. I couldn't imagine it already taking off this fast. I've only been doing it a little over a year. This is start of year 2. Our anniversary, as y'all know, was on September 10th. 10th and 11th is kind of when we really started doing the whole thing of 2019. So yeah. Anyways, we're gonna jump right into it. So one of the big things is we're going to try to fish some different places to where y'all aren't seeing really the same thing all the time. I know myself and some of the guys in the group are kind of tired of doing the same thing. I know we do different challenges and stuff like that, but kind of wanting to change it up a little bit. Me and Jamie, one of the big thing in April, be looking out for a video. Me and Jamie and my wife, Patricia, we're going to be heading down to Florida to do some fishing down there. And it's probably going to be some stuff that I have never caught. I know Jamie's never fished for it. So it should be awesome. That should be something totally off the map that we actually have not put on here. Some other stuff. I've been talking to Chad at Bite Baits. We're going to try to head down there to his shop. Go in there and watch him build some jigs, stuff like that. Maybe try to do some fishing with him. I've been talking to the guys at Venom Lures. I'm going to try to head up to them and hang out with them for the day. And I reached out. I did a little Instagram thing of kind of trying to see if anybody would be interested in collaborating. As far as I don't know, me come out to them. We try to fish a little bit and just kind of get different places, different states, stuff like that. I got 2 guys I'm talking to about that. But yeah, besides that, we got some big things coming. All right, so I'm going to kind of do a little rig rundown kind of deal. So I've been kind of going through all my stuff. I got old line off from last year. Probably later this week, going to reline everything for the year. Just kind of take everything else off. I know there's 2 poles I've got that you cast something heavy and you're about out of line. So I'm going to try to redo all those, get everything cleaned up for the year, get everything oiled. But let's see. So kind of rig rundown. So bring a knife with you, bring some pliers. Those are kind of, basic things you got to have. You know that. Kind of talk about what line I use. And this is something that Lee with Hooligan Fishing, he got me into using this. It's Berkeley Mono Solutions. I usually run 14-pound test and 12-pound test. And then my lighter stuff, if you see me use my micro pole, I think I got 6-pound test on it. So it's good stuff, I'll tell you what. And it's cheap. You can get it at Walmart. It comes in a roll of 250 yards. And it's a little less than $5. So it's cheap. It's good. I've not hardly lost any fish at all on it by the line actually breaking. So it's good stuff. So now I kind of want to just go through a couple of little things that I usually love using. I've had a lot of luck with them. My biggest thing last year that I relied on for a quick bite was the Wacky Rig. And that's something that Lee introduced me to. And I'll tell you what, I got these new KVD Ocho clear stick baits, and I'm gonna be getting some from we're gonna be getting some from Heathen Baits, and we're gonna be getting some from some other guys too. I've been talking to some smaller bait companies and try some of their stuff out and help them out, get their name out there, and so you might be seeing some of them too. So kind of what you do here is pretty simple, but you take the worm, stick it about halfway in. You can get these Wacky Rig tools at Bass Pro, Cabela's, Walmart even has them. They're a smaller version. I actually have one of them right here. That is the Yum Baits version of it. But anyways, it's kind of pretty self-explanatory. You put it in there. You put your O-ring right about the middle of there. All right. And then you will get some of these hooks right here. These little curved, little D-shaped hooks. And you slip that under the O-ring, in between the O-ring and the worm. And that's a Wacky Rig. Now, if I had any line tied on here, I'd be able to show you. These are the kind of weights we usually use. Sometimes we'll throw on weightless, but if you use a weight, use a little bullet weight. And you can get these little stoppers that keeps the weight from going way up on your pole. But if you have line on here, what it does when the fish bites it, it protects your worm. It keeps it from ripping. It grabs it, hooks, pulls it right through, and now it's all the way up here on your line, and the hook is in the mouth. It keeps the worm from getting tore up. And yeah, I mean, they last quite a while. I love them. It's like one of my favorite go-tos if I'm gonna fish slow. But yeah, it works really well. Another one of my big go-tos that I like is like larger spinner baits. This one actually is from Bite Me Baits. He's got like a larger head on here. Nice, awesome, big chrome willow blades on it. Let's see, I actually have two others. This is a prototype as well that he's got going on with the willow blades. And I think I got one more of his here. Let's see. Yeah, one of these. Got a little bit darker color going on. I actually have like one of the spoon blades on it and a willow blade. They're awesome. I love using the big stuff. This is one that I got from a custom bait shop. I think it's Bite Freak Customs. I'm not sponsored by them, but I did pick this up at a show that I was at that they happened to be at. And I just loved the burgundy color. And it has 3 blades on it. It has 2 little spoon blades and a smaller little spoon blade right there. But this sucker here, I've caught quite a bit on. I've actually caught some pretty nice ones on it. In the video that, basically my best day of fishing ever, you can go back and watch it. I caught, I think 7 or 8 on this bait. And they were all over 3 pounds. And I didn't have to retie or nothing, which is a testament to that line as well. A lot of people, if they catch 2 or 3 big ones, they cut it off, retie. I don't do that. I mean, I've not really had any break off, and I've not had that bad of luck with them. I guess when that starts, then I'll start doing that. But I caught 9 fish on that kind of line that day, and 7 using this bait without retying. And I didn't have a problem with it. Knot stayed in tight. And yeah, thing held up. It was awesome. Another thing you'll see me do a lot is put trailers on. And my favorite trailers for these swim baits are the Rage Tail swimmers. They are just cool. I love them. They got the big paddle tail on the back. They're easy to rig. This is an example that I made up before I started. This is one of the Bite Me baits. And it's got one of the 3.25 inch, so 3.25 inch on it, and it just looks cool. It matches. They've got so many colors you can get to match them up, and man, they just make them look cool. I love having trailers on them. I don't like fishing them bare, so you know, if you're into putting the trailers on there, Rage Tail swimmers, get them. They are awesome. Another one I gotta talk about is them lures. I don't have. I actually have an order with them right now that isn't here yet. I guess I could have waited till then to do the video, but I just had some free time on my hands. I figured I'd go ahead and get it taken care of tonight. But their trailers, the Donkey Snatcher is what it's called. Them things are bad. They take a beating. I'll tell you what, I have my favorite color of theirs is the bluegill. And I take that bluegill and put it on chatterbaits. And that's something I'm going to show y'all in a minute of some of the chatterbaits I've got that I love. Like these, I've got several things over here that I'm going to rig up, show you all. But they are bad, man. They take a beating. They look cool. They're scented. They're salted. They're good. Venom Lures, go on there and get you some. I actually just got promoted to their pro staff this year. So I'm very, very excited about that. I'm very excited to go up there and actually meet those guys. They're a state above me in Ohio, so hopefully I can make the trip up there and we can hang out, and y'all probably see a video of that. So I spent a lot of yesterday taking everything out, cleaning every box that I had out, my whole entire tackle bag, going through, cutting old line off, all that stuff like I was talking about earlier. Got everything reorganized. And here it is. Yeah. So I will kind of go through some of that stuff. My biggest supporter, Chad, Bite My Baits. These are wicked. These are his version of the chatterbait. He's got an array of colors. Here's some tan. We got gold blade with orange and black. I mean, come on. Look at the orange head on that sucker. And then my personal favorite is the bait that I actually did with him called the King of Kings. And it is a purple, white, with a brown head. It's got a silver blade on it. And it's in a 3/8 ounce jig head. It is bad. I caught a couple of really nice ones on it last year. And then I had my pole backlash and it threw my bait off. So I had an order with him, and I actually just got a couple of them the other day. He actually sent me about 5 or 6 of them. So I have several now, so we're good to go. Another big thing that I started using quite a bit last year was square bills. I hadn't really used them much, and then I won a giveaway with Stetson Blaylock, which he's a Bassmaster Elite fisherman, and I ended up winning one of his giveaways, and it came with a ton of square bills. This is by far probably my favorite one that was in the giveaway, and let's see if we can get them untangled here. But check out the colors on that sucker. It's just clean looking. That one and this one here, actually in a video, first time I used them in there. It's a video of me and Lee. I caught a 311 on that one. But yeah, I got a whole array of colors, sizes, and everything with those now. Got everything all clean. Cut the line off of them and all, so they're ready to go. So another thing, I'm not a huge user of topwater, which I'm going to try to do a better job of this year. I'd like to get some topwater blow-ups on film for you guys. I've seen a lot of guys on YouTube with them, and they are cool, undeniably cool. So I got some different poppers over the winter that I bought. So here's one from Bass Pro that I got. I got these in I don't even know. I mean, that thing's like a hot rod car. It's Old Frog. Let's see. One of my favorite ones I've got is this blue and black. But yeah, I've got a couple of different frogs, poppers, different things like that in here. Got the dead bluegill floating on top of the water. But yeah, just a little assortment of things in there. And I got another topwater box over here somewhere. So here's my other topwater box. I've got some buzz baits, whopper ploppers, topwater jerk baits. And this thing here, my buddy Scott got me this thing. And I have not used it yet, but it is a topwater rat. And it looks really real. Like, it's got whiskers. Like, it's, I don't know. But it's supposed to dive down, and it even has an extra tail in case it gets destroyed. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to use. But yeah, like I said, I got my whopper plopper. I've got some top water buzz baits, which I really like using those. Make a lot of racket on top of the water. I actually almost had a really cool shot of a bigger bass blowing up on one right at the bank, and he missed it 3 times in a row. So I threw a chatterbait and then I caught him. Not yet. But anyways, I almost had a really cool shot for you all last year. Another thing from Bite Me Baits, which is my favorite thing from him, is his flipping jigs. These things are cool. I'll tell you what, check the colors out on these. I mean, it's like unreal amount of colors going on here. I mean, we got oranges, we got neon, we got white, purple, blue, red. I mean, it's like just a whole freaking rainbow going on in this box. One of my favorite ones, which is in the video right before this, actually. This is the setup that I caught my 4.9 on in that video. It is white and black with, you guessed it, Rage Tail on the back of it. It is actually one of these bad boys right here. Let's see if I can't get it. It's the next size up from these guys. But, yeah, bad. They're just bad, man. They take a beating. And, man, check how cool that looks. Going through the water, it's awesome. They swim well. They throw well. I really, really like using them. And another one that I've come to love is these chartreuse colors, man. The green, the neon. That looks just cool. Like, it's just awesome. And gotta have King Kings in there. My bait with Bite Me Baits that me and him came up with. It's the King of Kings flipping jig. Love it, man. Just love it. Bite Me Baits. Go get you some, all right? Right there. Go get you some. So, my probably go-to bait is a chatterbait. And I have a lot of Z-Man chatterbaits. Besides Bite Me Baits, they're my favorite to go to. And, oh, look at here. I didn't even know I had one still. I put an order in for these. These are actually the Venom Donkey Snatcher that I was talking about, the bluegill. And that is the setup. It is on one of these Z-Man chatterbaits that mimics a bluegill. And you cannot tell me, if you were a bass, I would bite that. That is just clean looking, going through the water. It just looks awesome. And it swims well. It throws well. Literally my go-to bait by far is a chatterbait. I mean, it's just all around, all year. It works. But yeah, I've got like an assortment of colors in that as well. I got some neons, browns, white, blue. Got the bluegill I showed you all. A new one that they just came out with that I'm really excited about is this orange and red. And I'll actually show you all because I'm actually just spent my Christmas money and got this set up. So this is the one that I got. That's that orange and red, but I have these Zoom worms to go with it. So I'll go ahead and rig one of them up for y'all. Kind of show y'all. I actually haven't even rigged it up, so I don't even know what it's going to look like. But with these, I don't put that much of a worm on there. These are the, I think these are the 6-inch. So I do not want to put that much on there. So I usually take it about, I don't know, about 3/4 of the way. Bite it off. That way you got that blunt end on the end. And I will run that sucker up on there. And once you get to the flat part of that worm, you'll run it right through the flat part and work it on around. Once you work it over that little hump, you're good to go. And oh man, yeah, that's gonna look, yeah, that looks awesome. Yeah, that might be another go-to this year. I think springtime, a little bit clearer water, that's gonna stand out like crazy. And Yeah, I can't wait to throw that. Another thing that I caught a lot of big ones on last year was these bluegills. And man, do they look real. I mean, come on. Check that thing out. It's even got like rubberized fins that move in the water. The whole tail moves. So I've actually got a lot of good reaction bites with it. You can get these at Academy. Is the best place that I've found them. They're the H2O Express brand. But I've got this one, and then we actually got a little bit bigger one with a little bit more yellow. But yeah, both of them. The bigger you go, they don't have the features that the middle and the smaller ones have. They're actually like a hard plastic fin on top and the back, but the body does move on the bigger ones. But the smaller ones, they actually have rubber fins on the back, the top, the bottom, and even the little side right here. I mean, they're all rubber. But yeah, I've caught quite a few on those. So this is kind of I kind of ran out of room to put those, so this is my hook box. So I've got all my hooks, my weights, everything like that in here. Just kind of keep everything organized. And then those big bluegills. And my last box here is my jerk baits, deep diving jerk baits, stuff like that. There's some big deep divers here. Some smaller jerk baits. Got the Guggen Junior Scout here, if I can get it to come out. There we go. The Junior Scout by Guggen. I got some Rapala stuff in here. There's one of the Rapalas that I have. Here's one of the other ones that I've got from them. I've used them a little bit. Can't say that I've caught a ton of fish on them because really don't rely a ton on them. But right now during the winter time, I've thrown them quite a bit. So I actually just got a couple of new ones. So I was missing one, found it. I only had one to throw and got a couple of bites on it, but still waiting to get my first fish of 2021. So hopefully going to do that later this week. So another thing, let's see, we got the Yum. Now I actually won these in a giveaway with Sets and Blaylock as well, but these aren't even out yet. So these are called the Spine Crawl. I'm going to get one of these out and show you all, but I have pretty much every color that they're going to come out with, and they come out this year. So be looking for them. Look at Yum's site, but check that thing out. I mean, that thing is just cool. Here's a, let's see if we can get it to separate here. But yeah, that thing is just wild. I've actually caught a few on it. Actually none on video yet. We were using it at Daniel's birthday. I was actually throwing the first time I got them, and I caught a 2-pound crappie on one of these in white. So I actually have all the colors here. So that's the let's see, that's the green pumpkin. We've got the blue shadow, black and blue shadow. We've got, let's see, the Bama Magic color here. We've got the June Bug. I really like that. It's got a lot of sparkle in it, and it's a two-sided bait. It's got a little bit of blue on one side and purple on the other. This one here is the Natural, which that one is pretty clean looking as well, and all of them have a little bit of a shimmer to them. And then we got just the basic Pearl Silver Flake, which is what I caught that crappie on. And then let's see, we got the Cali 420, which has got some red and green in it. It looks pretty wicked. And then the last one that we got here is green pumpkin and blue flake. But yeah, got all those in that giveaway. They are cool as can be. Never seen anything like them. They've got those little ripples on the sides there, and they're just cool. Alright, so that's kind of like my bait rundown of everything that I've got kind of organized, ready to go for the season. Another thing that I want to talk about is merch. So you can see I'm wearing the hat here, but I'm gonna try to get me a website going this year. So we've got a couple stickers here. We got the reflective with the deer antler. We've got the original that I first come out with just the white, and then we got the American flag. They're all little 3x2 or 3x3 stickers. Let's see what else we got here. So we've got, but you can see the hats here. So I'm gonna have an array of colors, and what I'm gonna try to do is just have like 3 colors in stock all the time, which is probably gonna be the orange that you see here. I've got a gray and black that's gonna be in stock. This was a custom one that I did for myself, just kind of like as a nice hat for, just going out and stuff like that. But the burgundy is pretty sweet. I've got camouflage, which I'm a big fan of Realtree. So I was able to get it in Realtree with brown on the back. So that's going to be my new bow hunting hat and stuff like that. And then another one that I'm going to keep in stock is the black and white, just a plain old black and white. I can get these logos in different colors, but really the main ones I'm going to keep in stock is this and the orange, and I've got the gray and black as well. So it'll be black mesh in the back, a heather gray front, and a black logo on it instead of white. So I'll have all those, and then I'm going to try to do me a new order of shirts. I'm almost out. I've been giving them to friends and partners and stuff like that, but there's the front. So we got the small logo on the front, but the back is the cool part. So if y'all haven't seen it on Facebook, stuff like that, there's the back. And it is cool. Like, it's just, I freaking love it. We got the American flag going down the back. We got the logo. I'm going to try to do it in a couple of different colors this year. I'd like to do it in white with a black flag in the back. I'd like to do a black shirt. And I may do either a bright orange or maybe even a camouflage if I can find a camouflage and do it on that. But it'll all be t-shirts. But hopefully I can get me a website set up. We're going to try to take care of that. Get that going. But yeah, we're pretty well set on 2021. I'm very excited to get into it and start making some awesome videos, awesome content for you guys. Again, I appreciate your all's support. So I want to leave you all with one more thing. So I try to pride myself on making videos that the whole family can sit around and watch them. Kids, family, like literally everybody can watch it and don't have to worry about hearing cuss words and stuff like that in your video. So and I also try to incorporate my faith in that as well. At the end of my videos, literally every video that you see, you'll see my logo, and at the bottom of it you'll see verse says Romans 1:16, which says, I am unashamed of the gospel of Christ. I put that's my favorite Bible verse. I put that at the bottom of my logo. When I do my new shirts, I'm probably going to put it on there as well. My guys over at Bite Me Baits, they have a Bible verse on theirs as well about making making fishers of men. And that's a really strong verse as well. This one that I'm going to read to you all, I have 2 that I'm going to read. It's from John 3, verse 16. It's a very simple verse. A lot of people that don't even go to church hear this verse. But it's a very powerful verse. I'm going to read it for y'all real quick. It says, it's John 3:16 says, For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. As I'm going to this other verse here, that resonates with me. A lot of the guys that I do my videos with are believers in Christ. And that's something that I can't, especially with what's going on in the world right now, I don't feel right not sharing that with you all. If you've stayed through this whole video and are at this point and they're hearing this, I appreciate it. And this is something that I'm passionate about, and that I really want to get a point across to you all, that time is short, and we need to be right with the Lord. And the only way you can do that is through a personal relationship with Him. And this is the other thing here that ties into that, and it's John 14, verse 6. So Jesus answered, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Verse 7 said, if you really knew me, you would know my Father as well. From now on, you know Him and have seen Him. So those are two verses that kind of like really simple to understand. But I can't make these videos and have this platform without sharing that. I can't miss that opportunity. And I really appreciate you all supporting me through all this. I hope it keeps going for a long time. It's fun doing it. I enjoy being able to be with my friends and fish. I mean, this is my passion. It's my hobby. So I just thank you all for everything you all have done as far as sharing my posts and commenting and all that kind of stuff. It's been awesome. And let's make 2021 even bigger than 2020. I mean, we got trips planned. We got partnerships planned. We got new sponsors coming on. I mean, it's gonna be a great year. So I just want to leave y'all with that. But anyways, I appreciate it, and we'll see you guys in the next one.